Hello everyone, today I'm going to be reviewing the first two episodes of Agatha All Along, the WandaVision spinoff and new Marvel Studios series. This will be a non-spoiler review, so if you have not seen the episodes yet, feel free to watch this video, hear my thoughts, and see if you want to check it out from there. By the way, this will also be a double feature kind of video, dropping at the same time right now as my review of the first episode of DC's The Penguin. So go check that out too if you're interested. Without further ado, let's get into the video, the review of the first two episodes of Agatha All Along. So, starting off with my criticisms, the first episode didn't totally hook me on the show. It was kind of slow, the plot was kind of vague, what they were doing. I've been worried about the show since the beginning, because I always felt like, first off, it was very unnecessary, because Agatha was, a fun enough character in WandaVision, but I didn't know if she's someone who really needed her own show. I just thought having her pop up in more Scarlet Witch future appearances would have been cool, but, we haven't gotten anything Scarlet Witch in 2.5 years, so that didn't really work out. And also the fact that it is coming nearly 4 years after WandaVision, which is an insane time to wait for a spinoff. So, I've always been very hesitant about this show for those reasons. The first episode didn't really sell it on me anymore. It was cool to see Agatha, kind of see the tie-ins to WandaVision, see how WandaVision led into Agatha's current story. It's cool to see the people of Westview again, to see Westview again, and definitely what happened in WandaVision looms large over the series, which is very cool. But in this first episode, it's definitely very slowly paced. None of the characters very stand out. It has some fun doing a little cop parody kind of thing, which is cool, and I do like how it does tie into TV shows similar to WandaVision, if in a different way. But it just never really hooked me, even if there were a couple funny moments. The cast is obviously doing great, but it was just a fine premiere. But I will say episode 2, getting into the positives, sold me on a lot more of the show. Episode 2 definitely defined the show's identity and tone a lot more. It's a little bit of a comedy, it's a little bit of a fun, spooky, Halloween-y, witchy show. And I think that's a pretty fun blend, building off of WandaVision, which was a drama, mystery, but it definitely had elements of comedy as it, portrayed sitcoms and such, and that was fun. And this show is, while not as unique as WandaVision, definitely proves it does have its own identity compared to other Marvel projects. Cast significantly better in episode 2. Catherine Hahn's having a lot of fun. Joe Locke as teen, there's an interesting mystery around him, and I think he's kind of fun in episode 2. I like all the new witchy characters they've introduced. They're all pretty fun, and I like the way they're kind of explaining witches in the MCU of, yeah, they're here, but they're not really doing that much. And there's also some very scary elements in episode 2, and it very clearly sets up the plot for the rest of the season in a way where it doesn't look like it's going to have major MCU ramifications, but it does look like it is going to be a fun, interesting story, exploring the more magical side of the MCU. And I enjoyed episode 2 a lot more as it defined itself more, set up the series more. So, episode 1 was a very slow spark, didn't really help set up what I needed from the series, but episode 2 helped set things up a bit more. Add on top of that, both episodes are shot pretty well. I like the new theme song they created. Decent enough visual effects. This is probably the most a CW show MCU project has felt, but I do have a feeling that it's probably going to go away with time, just because a lot of these episodes took place with just regular people walking around doing things, talking about magic and powers, but not actually showing it, which is a very CW thing to do. But I have a feeling, based on the ending of episode 2, we're going to get more actual physical stuff later. But yeah, decent premiere. I think it started slow, got a little bit better, defined a unique but not totally crazy identity for itself, and set up a mostly interesting plot. I like the cast, I like the vibe. It looks like it'll be a fun, little Halloween-y MCU show, even if it's not going to have any big implications for the universe. So I probably give the first two episodes of Agatha All Along a 7 out of 10. Pretty solid. I hope if it keeps up the vibes of episode 2 throughout the show, I think it's going to be a pretty decent watch, and I'll have fun with it. So yeah, that's my review of Agatha All Along. Now go check out my review of The Penguin. And if you've already watched that, well then coming up next week is my review for, or 2 weeks from now, is my review for The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power Season 2. Hope you guys liked the video, and I'll see you all then. Bye for now.